3.
And welcome to the podcast, welcome to the vodcast, welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
I'm Brian, Gen X.
And hey there, my name's Nick. I'm a millennial. And if this is your first time joining us, we're 3 friends, as we advertise ourselves. Friends with one another, representing 3 different generations, as you just heard, talking about all kinds of cool pop and nerd culture stuff. Most of it's cool, at least, so that's what we're doing here today. But if this is your first time joining us, we are available on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. You can email us, and rather than bore you with all those handles that are very similar to one another, but just ever so slightly different, we now have a website. That's right. You boys are stepping on up in the world. We're coming up, man, moving on up. It is Convincing Idiots at wordpress.com. That's Convincing Idiots at word, WORDPRESS, wordpress.com. All those links are there. There are links to all of our platforms that you can listen to us on, such as Spotify and Apple and Google and all that stuff. It'll take you to those different pages, as well as, Brian, is the link to our email up there as well? Can you email us from the website?
The link is not on the website, and forgive me,
Okay.
Nick, it's our first time saying this, so it's actually convincingidiots.wordpress.com.
Did I say at? I did.
Yes, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. That's
okay.
All right.
In my defense, I haven't been to the website. I have not been. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't been to the website. Yeah,
it's literally, we launched it literally last night. So this is
about,
Tuesday.
About 24 hours old now.
Yeah, like around 1 a.m. last night, I launched
Those are not the types of websites Nick is looking at 1 in the morning.
Not at 1 in the morning.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Yep.
So that is, again, at convincingidiots.wordpress.com.
Correct.
As well, if you're used to going to the link tree, that works as well. You can type in your Google machine, Convincing Idiots Linktree, LINKTREE, and that has the email address on it, as well as links to podcast platforms. All the social media links are there as well. So please be sure to check us out on there if you have not done so already.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just as always, your trusty old Home Assistant device is always there for you. If you would like to ask that thing to play the Convincing Idiots podcast, they will do that for you. So we actually have not recorded, boys, in 2 weeks because everybody went and took a trip somewhere last week, didn't we? We all went somewhere. We all did something. So let's catch up. Let's catch up. Brian, what did you get into since we last spoke? What are you doing?
I had a very nice getaway with my lovely girlfriend, Allie, and her daughter, Marlo. My lovely daughter, her lovely daughter, Marlo, I should say. Those are all lovely ladies. I got to spend time with all lovely ladies. So, Allie, her daughter, Marlo, my daughter, Peyton, and her boyfriend, Joey, went down to Southern Ohio.
Is Joey lovely as well?
He's a nice young man. So
I wouldn't
be sure to shout out Joey. Don't call everybody lovely except Joey.
Well, you don't have. You guys don't have daughters. You know.
Joey,
don't
keep
quite...
your goddamn hands to yourself.
Yeah,
Joey, I think you're lovely.
You punk ass.
As a dad of a daughter, you sort of have to just, as I told Peyton many years ago,
there's no dopes.
Yeah, that's right. You probably there's probably not going to be any man that will ever be as good for you in my eyes, good enough for you in my eyes as your dad. But that's okay. It's part of my job as your dad, I guess. But
Brian, you're her dad. You're her father. You're her first love.
Yes.
But I've known her since she's a little girl. So I can even say as far as fuck any other dude that wants to come around her. So
yeah,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck them all.
Well, we had a nice time. Went down to Southern Ohio. Like I said, we stayed in a nice cottage on the Walhonding River, which I never knew was even a river.
What was that word?
Walhonding.
That's a fun word.
Yes, it's in Coshocton County, about an hour and a half south of Akron. Had a great time. Just hung out, relaxed on this beautiful deck they had there. Look over right outside the river, looking over the river.
Beautiful what?
Deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did a little bit of hiking. Went into town to historic Roscoe Village down there. Just nice family time. It was
you ever been there at Christmas time? It's gorgeous, Roscoe Village. They do a big tree lighting thing, and everybody has candles, and it starts with one person lights it, and everybody passes next to them, and so one by one you light someone else's candle next to you, and the whole place just slowly lights up. They light the tree. It's beautiful down there. Yeah.
Are you making shit up?
No, dude, Roscoe Village. It's gorgeous. It's very nice. Old timey shops, like old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Very
It
nice.
would look like it'd be a nice place to come back at Christmas, and you just verified that. So
All right.
it's sort of like that experience there. It's very similar to Nick hanging around a campfire with his neighbors. I think it sounds like very similar. It sounds like
that's
lighting something,
kind of
passing it on the next person.
Before you know it, everybody's lit up, and it's it's nice. It's very nice.
And the Christmas spirit is upon everybody.
That's right. Even if it's July.
Yep. That's right.
That's right.
Well, Christmas in July, baby.
That's right. Yeah. So that's what I did. Very, very nice time. Thank you very much. So, Dean, where did you go? You had some wonderful looking, fun photos.
I did.
Recently.
We did. Yeah, we went to Niagara Falls. It was myself, Megan, my girlfriend, and her daughter, and my son, 6 and 9-year-olds, taking them to New York to see a giant waterfall.
Fun.
Each kid gets their turn to be moody, but ultimately, once you start doing the cool things like the river, going down the river, you
put them over the river in a barrel. Yes. Once they get moody, you're like, all right, it's your turn to go over the fucking falls. Horseshoes over there, buddy. See ya.
We got about a couple hours here at the bar before they find their way up out of here. Yeah.
You're strong swimmers. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No. The main of the bit was really cool. You get in the boat and you get right up in there into the waterfall itself, and
you went up and they take you into Horseshoe, right there, where it's all around you, right?
Yes.
The Horseshoe Falls, yeah.
Yes, it was very cool. You stand at the front of the boat, and then we did the cavern. I don't know. You
Journey
walk
beneath
under,
the falls, yeah,
something like that. Yeah, you walk under the waterfall, or you stand right up next to it. You get very, very, very wet.
Yes.
It's always a good weekend plan. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's no sitting around a campfire with neighbors, but it's a good time. No, it was it was fantastic. Took in all the sights and stuff, and I'd been up there a few times, mainly the Canadian side, and mainly we would go up to drink and to hang out. I was always an adult thing. This was the first time I did the actual tourist situation. But cool. No, it was fantastic. And then this past Friday, we went up to Cleveland to see WWE SmackDown live on Fox. I'd been there since I was like a teenager, to a live show like that, and it was fun. I think one of the best times about that is looking around the crowd and watching the kids' reaction and even adults' reaction. I mean, just getting into it. I enjoy the product, but I'm not unless I'm drunk. I've been to a show drunk, and got screaming and happy. But if I'm sober, I'll watch the show. I'm not going to scream and stuff. But it is fun to watch everybody else get into it and scream and shout and be part of the show. It was a good time. And
I feel like if you can't cut loose at a wrestling event, where else can you? I mean, that's really where you got to let it go.
I know, but I remember Sarah and I, we were in Canton, and we both got drunk and did that, just screaming above any other children that were around us, and it was fun. But that's pretty much what happened. My 2 trips.
Who was the main attraction?
John Cena.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah, I know that guy.
John Cena was back. Yeah,
all right.
Wasn't he just in the?
He's in those commercials.
Suicide Squad or something? Was he in that movie?
Yeah, it comes out next month.
Okay.
August.
Yeah.
What's the commercials he does?
6. Oh, shit, a bunch of them. He does insurance. He does...
Yeah, the insurance. What, the one where he's like riding in on a purple cow or something weird?
I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
But I wish I had a John Cena to tell you about Blake Insurance, but since I don't, let me do that.
Yeah.
You see, Blake Insurance is an Erie insurance agency located in Barberton, Ohio. Yep. They offer auto, home, renters, business, or life insurance. You see, Erie Insurance is above all else in service. Call 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com for your free 5-minute quote today. I don't have a purple cow, but I give you what I got.
There you go.
That's right.
Excellent. I was just thinking that's a good way to segue
anyway.
in the commercial. And there you go. Perfect. Yep.
Nice.
Well done, Nicholas. Well done.
Well, Nick, you had a hell of a vacation, it looked like, as well. You looked like you had a great time at the beach.
Yeah. We went to Myrtle Beach. I got family down there. My grandparents live there in Myrtle, and then my dad and stepmom live now in North Carolina, right on the border of North and South Carolina. So they're about 40 minutes away from them. So it's been a couple of years since we've gotten to see them. So that was really nice. Got to spend a lot of time with them and good quality time with my grandparents. Got to go to the beach. Hit some good breweries down there, had some delicious food. Just a good time all in all. My favorite souvenir, though, would have to be, aside from the craft beer and things like that.
You got to leave one of your children down there.
Nope. They all found their way back to the car.
But damn it.
But would have to be the memories you make with your family. It's nice. Also, just fun, good times. There are fun souvenirs, memories. Perhaps one of the greatest souvenirs that or / memory that I made down there was being on the beach. In fact, lovely day on Friday. We went to the beach, went to the ocean, and we put our my dad and stepmom were with us, and 2 boys, and Robin and I, and we set all our stuff down at the beach and head towards the water. The boys are rushing towards the water, and I'm right there with them, and we're getting ready to go in, and boys are kind of in there about knee high or so, and I see something, I'm seeing all this, I always like to look in the water to see like what kind of stuff, if maybe you can find a crab or, something like that, something cool.
Or if you don't
kids,
step
maybe
on a crab.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or, you see like a fish or something, you sometimes when the waves wash up, you see a lot of the fish and stuff. So anyway, I see something in the water. It's like I don't know. It's hard to tell kind of what it was, but it was dark and it didn't seem to look anything like a fish. It was solid. So it was like, maybe, I don't know. I couldn't really get a good look at it. I thought it maybe looked like a piece of like, I don't know, maybe like driftwood or something that had come up or something with barnacles, something interesting, maybe that had a little bit of a story to it or something like that. So waves are washing up back and forth, and I, kind of get a little clearer picture of it every time the waves wash it over. And then as soon as I get, a good look at it, it takes it back again. Well, finally, after this happens a few times, I noticed that, it's not moving or swimming, so there's no reason for me to be afraid of it or anything like that. So, like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to grab it and see what it is. And grab it, pull it up, and I feel it in my hand, and I look at it out of the water, and what am I holding in my hand other than a turd? It is a log of shit. I'd like to convince my dad was there with me, and what a prince of a guy he was. He was trying to talk me into the fact that he goes, yeah, that's this is why some of the locals are trying to get dogs banned from down here because it wouldn't be a problem, but people just don't pick up after them. But I got to tell you, gentlemen, as much as I like to go with that, this was a very human-sized looking shit. It was the kinds we're familiar with when we go to the bathroom. So I don't think it was a dog turd. So I'm pretty sure I'm just standing there palming a stranger's turd in my hand. So I dropped it immediately. Obviously, I didn't stand there and inspect it. But once I realized what it was, I drop it. And then I happened to notice that it wasn't alone. There was like 6 or 7 of them in the area, like all right there. So we came out of the ocean and we walked down a little ways and entered that way. I'm guessing upon telling this story to many people, they're like, yeah, it's probably like a boat probably dumped off somewhere. They're obviously not allowed to do that, but people, you know what I mean? That some people are just gonna fucking do it anyway. So yeah, I got to pick up a turd. So I didn't find any shark teeth or anything.
My God.
No sharks, just sharks, all sharks in the water. Didn't make a necklace out of it or anything, or thinking I should have gathered up a mason jar. You put the sand in the shells and just drop that turd in there.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Hey, it's a day at the beach.
There you go. Sending
a fun-
out an SOS. Sending out an SOS.
It is it's a fun story to tell.
Uh-huh.
It is a fun memory, but when I really come to terms with the reality of the situation, it kind of sends a chill up my spine that I
Sure.
held a human's turd in my hands. That I wouldn't really want to hold my own turd, but
No.
a stranger's is a little unsettling. But yeah, so that was cool. That was cool.
So
Awesome.
Brian
Mm-hmm.
got to stand in nature and embrace and hold his only daughter, beautiful daughter, in nature and enjoy that beautiful moment.
Mhm.
I made this epic video of coming down through the water on a fast boat coming towards these beautiful falls.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got to hold poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Vacation.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily in the
wind blowing your hair back.
Yeah, it was quite nice. Although in all reality, it was a very lovely trip. Actually, on a serious note though, the last night we were there, we always like to take a walk on the beach before we leave. Like when we take a week and go down there, take a little nighttime stroll on the beach and stuff. And that night it was a full blood moon. Massive, right over the horizon, and I mean, the darker it got, the more gorgeous it got. Like it was, the ocean was glowing this like red orange color. I felt like I was in a fucking dream. It was just unbelievable.
That's
People
awesome.
were flying kites. It was just very surreal, very perfect night, and one of those definitely really.
The reflections on the turds really.
Yeah, I just in my
hit
head,
your eyes
there's a
just
montage.
right.
There's me holding the turd, and I'm looking back at all my time, embracing my grandparents, embracing the turd. Getting to spend time with
a bunch of little
delicious beers, and
like a bunch of Mr. Hankies all lined up on the side.
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
My turn to be held by Nick. Hold me.
Yeah.
No, beautiful.
That's cool though. You had those moments like that when you were in nature. In all seriousness, you had those moments like that. It's like those hit you like, man, how big the universe is and how just much of a speck we are on it.
Yeah.
You have those type of moments where you can.
Yeah.
Same thing with the falls too, Dean. It's like when you're that close to something that powerful. It's like that water. If you took that boat in a little further, that water would just crush you could just sweep you away very easily.
Yeah. But it would snap the boat in half. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like if you went straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's magnificent. Especially like I did make a video of going in, and I was able to keep this video pretty steady, so it was kind of a cool shot. I tried to pan, but I mean, it did show how massive the damn falls were. It was incredible.
Yeah. Very cool stuff.
Cool.
Well, cool. Well, nice. So we had good family time. We all had those good moments with nature and everything, connection and reflection and all that stuff.
Nick did not tell us. Well, he told me, bro, but he's keeping it from you. Since you two don't really like to hang out with each other. His fridge is full of random local to Myrtle Beach beers.
North and South Carolina. So my dad took me to, there's a place right around the corner from him. They don't brew there, but they are a craft bar, and they bring in stuff primarily from North Carolina, but also South, everywhere that's around. It's just local stuff. So I've discovered a few breweries that I fell in love with instantly upon trying their stuff, and so I'll definitely be. Actually, when I go back to North Carolina, there's one I really want to hit. That I bought a 4-pack of their blueberry cheesecake beer. It was a blueberry cheesecake sour. Holy shit, is that good? But yeah, and then the Crooked Hammock is a place in South Carolina. That was the restaurant we went to and stuff. They've got everything we had there was fantastic. So yeah, definitely discovered a lot of new breweries that I like. And
we
things
need
like
to
that.
go have a party at Nick's house.
Yeah.
See, the weird thing is that you're under this assumption that I'm like going to give away all this delicious beer to you guys that like I brought back for myself, and like I'm just gonna like hand them off to you guys. Like,
see, well, that's not really the plan. The plan is I'm going to shit on the floor, wait for you to pick it up because that's your thing now, and then as you're admiring my shit, we raid your beer fridge.
Hey, now I got a pair. Awesome.
I like that. Some guy in South Carolina is going to be listening and just go find a new stout beer like the Brown Submarine or something. There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something
Oh,
there. You can
I've
have
got
it if you're listening to us. You can take that name
Nicholas's
for free.
turd palm.
Yeah.
I
While we're
like
on
that.
the subject of the craft beer, I had to buy a single can of one specific beer while I was there because of the artwork on the can, and it sounded amazing. I can say I've
All
never
right.
had one quite like it. This is, if you can see it, it is a White Russian Imperial Stout. And for those
Oh my
listening,
God.
it has the dude and
fantastic.
Walter and a bowling ball on it.
Oh my
It's
God.
by Southern Pines Brewing Company. It is a White Russian Imperial Stout.
Fantastic.
Are you drinking it
So,
now? I want to know how it tastes.
I am not. I only bought one can just to have the can because I had already
Sure.
bought a bunch of other stuff. But there was a single can of it, so I'm like, I
That's
got to get
beautiful.
that. So I am looking forward to that one as well.
Very good. We're gonna drink that one, Dean.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna drink the shit out of that one. We're gonna split it.
I am getting my turd ready.
And crush the can right for the Nick.
Yeah, work on a good one.
Well, I'll go ahead and brag a little bit. What I'm drinking tonight is Ignite Brewery. They have a new. It's called, what is it? It's Donut Worry. It's a blueberry donut stout.
Sounds
So
good.
if y'all are out in the Barberton area, Ignite Brewery, fantastic.
Yeah, really. We've said it before. Really, is some of the best beer in town.
They're not a sponsor, but it is delicious, and that's what I'm drinking. What are you drinking tonight?
Me, I have a Labatt Light. Thank you very much. Yes.
All right.
Nice. I had a
Actually,
bunch of those last night. Yeah.
One of the better light beers. It really is. Yeah.
Blue Light Special.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yeah.
What about
good
you,
stuff.
Nicholas?
Good old fashioned H2O for you boy over here.
Wow, getting rowdy. Okay.
Yeah, I don't typically drink during these, but yeah, sometimes I do, but I don't typically drink during the podcast.
Well, I do have a special can down here.
Goddamn professional.
Stink Palm Lager, Dean. I got special.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Stink Palm Lager.
Yeah.
I like that. Have Nick's face on it, just looking all confused and slightly aroused.
Yep.
Stink Palm.
All right. Well, speaking of stink, I don't know. So that's maybe not the greatest segue here. So we're doing random pop culture topics here this evening, here, gentlemen. Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
Started streaming I think it was last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And I say stink. Some of the reviews were not the best.
Yeah.
So now Space Jam 2. Now we're from Northeast Ohio, Akron, Barberton area, and the great basketball player LeBron James, which most people know, is from Akron, Ohio. Grew up in this area, played high school in this area, and was drafted right from high school into the pros by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And kind of the rest is history. One of the greatest players certainly of our generation, arguably one of the greatest of all time. He's dipped his toe into some movies. Had that one with Amy Poehler, which is actually very good.
Or Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer.
Yes,
I said Amy Poehler.
Schumer.
Amy Schumer, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quite good, and they played himself in that movie. I thought it was pretty funny in that. And he made
Jason Sudeikis. Was that him?
No, it
Bill
was Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. Yeah.
Bill Hader. I've never seen.
You guys are within one
seen
degree
in
of
the
all
same
these.
room.
Yeah,
I've never
if you've
seen
not
them in the
it,
same room. So
go back and watch that movie. It's pretty funny.
They were literally both on Saturday Night Live together.
I know.
So many times. Yeah.
I know.
But certainly the original Space James, not Space.
Space James.
Yeah, Space Jam.
That's what they
not
should have
Space
called
James.
it.
Space James. See,
Yeah.
started the great Michael Jordan back in the mid '90s, late '90s, something like that.
1996. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course the Looney Tunes characters. And then it's like, this movie was, for whatever reason, you want to make a sequel. So, Nick, you saw it a couple of times. Dean, you saw it. I have not seen it. So,
Yeah.
what are your guys' thoughts on Space Jam 2? So, Nick, let me start with you. You've seen it a couple of times, so you probably have more of an opinion here.
Yeah, I mean, so going into it, I didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I loved the first one. It's a nostalgic thing. I wouldn't sit here and tell someone who's never seen the original Space Jam, like, you gotta see it. It really holds. I mean, it's Michael Jordan playing a basketball game against aliens with the Looney Tunes. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's when you said, like, some of the reviews, I'm like, I don't really even know how you properly critique something like that, because it's like, I don't know. You've kind of, I think, got your. It depends on the mentality you go in with. You've got your mind made up one way or the other. If you're going to go and watch it and have fun with it, you're probably going to enjoy it. If you're going to go and be like, let's see how the plot is, like, yeah, it's not going to be enjoyable. But it's, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I didn't know how I was going to feel because I liked the first one so much, and I didn't know how this was going to interact with that or whatever. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good time. I mean, I might be a little partial. I being such a big fan of the first one, and then now it's cool for me because I have young kids that are super into Looney Tunes now, and now a little bit more into basketball now, which is fun for me. And so yeah, it was really cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. My biggest critique of the movie for me was I was holding out hope that there would be an appearance from a character from the first one. Very famous,
Bill Murray?
very popular. Bill Murray. I was
Mhm.
hoping Bill Murray would be
Me
in it.
too.
He was not.
All right. What are our? Okay, well, you finish. I'll go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I enjoyed it, but like as a basketball fan, there's so many. There's a lot of things of like poking fun at LeBron, which is fun, and the fact that he, you know what I mean, that they went with that. They make remarks about, there's one point where someone says, or his son says that he's, his dad is the greatest at what he does, or whatever, one of the greatest at what he does, and Don Cheadle goes, "Oh, jury's still out on that one." Just little things like that, little jabs about, him being the best or him leaving all these different markets, things like that. It was fun. A lot of nods to some of the greats in basketball, which was really cool. Lola Bunny does the Iverson crossover and calls it out. Very cool. Sorry, spoiler alert for not that this gives away a plot of any sort. It's just little call outs. The one announcer does the Anything is Possible, the Kevin Garnett. One of the players on the Goon Squad does a dunk and does the Vince Carter dunk contest. It's over, exactly how he did it. There's just all these little nods to greats in the game and things like that for definitely guys that, I'm a few years younger than LeBron James, but certainly he was watching basketball as a kid the same time I was, and these were, guys that were popular in the game when he was a kid. So I thought that stuff was really cool. I liked the way it mirrored the first one. In the original Space Jam, it shows Michael Jordan as a child. Then it breaks into him, he's playing basketball as a kid. And then it breaks into like the opening credits are the montage of his career. Same thing with LeBron and his montage. Thought it was really good. I thought it, obviously the base of the movie mirrors the original one, but they definitely changed things. The overarching plot of how they get to this game is different. The team that they're playing against is different than the first one, and it's a different situation. But yeah, just all in all, really cool. I don't want to say this part out loud in specifically, but there is a part where the Toon Squad is down and out, very similar to the original one after the first half. And
that's what I was going to say. Can we say that? Because that's my favorite joke of the movie.
Well, I can't. I don't want to say it because if anyone, it just came out.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. Yes, but that was probably my favorite joke of the movie as well.
When you see it halftime when the Toons are down and out,
they look for some inspiration, and you'll know
what the best joke of the movie.
Yes. But very cool. It definitely, mirrors, if we're doing a little post-game analysis here, very similar to the game that was played back in 1996. Obviously, they come out, they start to get crushed early, then they start to embrace what makes them great as Looney Tunes and go all out and stop playing with structure and start being loony, and they, whatever.
Okay, but
they get better and
take away the idea that it's a Looney Tunes movie or a LeBron movie. Simply that it's a sports movie. That it's any sports movie formula.
Sure. Right.
I mean, it follows a set formula for sports movies, and it followed that to the T.
Yeah.
It just did it in its own way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I don't know, great's a strong word. It was good. It was very good. It was fun. I've watched it twice already. We'll watch it many more times. It was good. But yeah, I was pretty much what I think it's about as good as I could hope it to be as a, what it is for what it is.
There you go.
So yeah. So Dean, what were your thoughts?
I did not enjoy it as much as you did. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll have a need to watch it again. Like I said, there's one joke in there that made the movie for me, and it's the halftime joke. Other than that, it was okay. It was a Looney Tunes, basketball movie. It was okay.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and insult it. It wasn't the greatest movie. It wasn't the worst. It was a fine kids movie for what it was. It was fine.
Yeah.
Does it infuse life into the Looney Tunes franchise at all? The characters, or
no.
What do you mean, like make them popular? Or
yeah,
what do you mean?
kids. It will, as in maybe advertisement, like you'll now see like probably T-shirts. Going back to school, you'll see T-shirts. You already see in the stores some of the merchandise out there for it. Will it get kids to want to go and watch the old 1950s and 60s, 40s even Looney Tunes? Probably not.
Yeah,
but that's what they should do. I mean, those are the best ones.
It did. Oh, go ahead, Dean.
I was going to say that to me, that is what a lot of my cultured upbringing would be. I would not know some classical music or even anything about operas or any certain literature that I wouldn't know anything about or that I wouldn't have looked into further because of Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think, I think a lot of the kids, and I know I'm getting off on a way different tangent than the Looney Tunes movie that we are talking about, but I think the Looney Tunes, that is what current cartoons are lacking, or current like children's programming is lacking, is the idea of hidden culture. Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. You wouldn't know that, unless I would have known that unless I watched Bugs Bunny. So I just my little tangent about Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes. I sorry.
No,
I'm done with my rant.
No, I didn't want to cut you off. I just didn't. I was trying to make it seamless, but I didn't want to cut you off either.
No, I'll just go on and on about how Looney Tunes should be more in pop culture with children. I think it should be one of the things that is taught by parents. I'm not doing a very good job of that because my son has no need or want to sit down and watch them. I put them on the background. He's not watching them.
Right.
As a 40-year-old man, I'm getting a kick out of them still. I'll watch them like I was eating a bowl of cereal on a Saturday morning.
Sure.
I've done that with the old Nicktoons from like Rocko's Modern Life and things like that, and I've turned on Angry Beavers and things like that just to like, see, you should watch this, and they just don't give a shit. They don't care. Like, they're just like, stop trying to make this a thing, Dad. Like, it's great that you liked it, but I don't like that.
I'm busy watching a video of a child open up a toy I'm not going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My house, on the other hand, is a marketer's dream right now. They each have Space Jam shirts that they picked out for back to school. We've made, every time we go to McDonald's, they're wanting Happy Meals because they want the Space Jam toys. We want to get them all.
I didn't know that was a thing.
My oldest, Lane, when he picked out his back to school shoes, they are LeBrons. We bought him LeBrons. That was the ones he wanted.
Go. Look at that.
So, man. I mean, they're hitting on all cylinders here. Like, my kids are eating it up. And prior to actually seeing the new Space Jam, when we went back in preparation for this one, showing them the first one, that got them to go on HBO Max and watch. Now, not the Looney Tunes that you're familiar with from when you were a kid, the older ones, but they revamped the Looney Tunes, and I want to say 2010 or something. And they're actually they're funny. They're like witty.
They're not, but they don't give you
loony, but they're funny as like the dialogue is funny.
Sure, they got joke writers writing them.
Yeah. So, and I've watched some of those, and they're pretty good. But yeah, like they're all about the Looney Tunes right now. Oliver picked out one of his souvenirs was a Marvin the Martian, like Funko with the Looney Tunes, with the Toon Squad jersey, all that stuff. So
there you go.
Yeah, my household is exactly what the marketing team for this movie and Warner Brothers and everybody involved wants. It's we're hitting on the Tunes, we're hitting on LeBron. Basketball, the old stuff, everything. Yeah. So
Brian, do you know what Nick just proved in the first half hour? And we can go to break. I think we're coming up on it, but I just wanted to end this segment by saying Nick has just proven that there is no limit of the shit he will pick up.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. So,
Good.
so Dean, if Nick has another hour and a half to spend, should he watch Space Jam 2 a third time, or perhaps Doctor Strange for the first time? Or
I can tell you what's going to happen.
Have you watched the rest of Loki? We all did see Loki. Maybe he could watch the rest of Falcon and Winter Soldier, perhaps.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
I think we have a better chance of him picking up another shit on the beach than watching the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
True, because that's a second and it's gone. And I'm done. So that I would probably handle another turd before I spend time on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We should hang out.
All right. So that's a good. We'll pause right there. We will take a break, and then we will come back and talk about more pop culture stuff and see what else we get into.
Please, please, please let there be a sexy voice reading me a commercial. Please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. At least on podcast.
At least on the podcast.
At least on podcast. Listen to this. Support the show. This man has to buy more Happy Meals.
That's right.
Looney Tunes toys. Okay.
And if you're on YouTube watching this, I'm hoping that there's going to be some sort of just a picture of Mr. Hanky.
Okay. Yes.
Just keeping your company until we come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
Could be. Be right back.